Welcome to part three of Senior Moment with Nurse Linda. We were talking about the first segment was on dangerous toys, Christmas season. Second part was on how to take care of yourself in cold weather. Cool. And this part is on
Cold weather first aid. Should you have an injury or a problem from cold weather, what to do about it, and how to help yourself. The first is going to be just a little bit more on dry skin because so many people don't know what to do with that. We talked in the last segment. If your skin feels a little itchy in the winter time, especially, it's usually from dry skin. Your skin doesn't have to look dry, it doesn't have to feel dry, but you'll notice mostly around your shoulders, your back, your upper thigh, it'll just feel tingly or itchy. Put some lotion on it and you will feel almost instant relief. So keep your skin moisturized.
my best tool is a back scratcher.
There you now it's going to be moisturizer. Um, Drink a little extra fluid, and that's going to be throughout all of this segment, is drinking extra fluid in the wintertime. Fluid can be juice, it can be water. You get down to it, you want to drink soda, it doesn't matter as long as you're drinking something extra. It doesn't have to be hot. That's a fallacy. That's an old wives' tale.
Well, I never heard that wife's tale.
Well, during the winter you can't drink anything cold. You drink whatever you want.
I drink it.
It doesn't make you more cold.
Iced tea all winter long.
By the time it hits your stomach, it's the same temperature as everything else, so it doesn't matter. It might feel better going down because you're cold, but it doesn't matter. Depression. We spoke a little bit about that last week. Seasonal affective disorder is a truly diagnosed condition, and it's people when they don't get the same amount of light in their eyes because the sun sits lower in the sky, they might become a little depressed. This is not the same as clinical depression. They just get a little more fatigued. They might have a little more trouble concentrating or processing thoughts. It might take them a little bit longer. But what you need is to get yourself out in the sun more. So take a walk outside for 15, 20 minutes a day. Or if you're unable to do that, get a light box. And what's recommended is a 10,000 lux light box.
It's a white light, not a yellow light.
Right. And put that on your desk, and they come rather small and inconspicuous. And for 20 minutes a day, just have that entering your line of vision. You can continue working or doing whatever, watching TV, if that's what you do during the day. But it will definitely make a difference in how you feel. The other thing is because we're not getting outside so much, many people tend to lack vitamin D. The sun on our skin helps to provide us with vitamin D. And vitamin D is being understood better now in its role against many diseases, including cancer, lupus, multiple sclerosis, along with other things. So vitamin D levels are very important. If you're not getting your vitamin D level checked once a year at your doctor's, you should get that checked. It's a simple blood test, and it can be done when the doctor's running other blood tests. And in the wintertime, ask your doctor about taking a vitamin D supplement if you're not getting outside as much. If it's cold, you're elderly, or you have other physical afflictions, you may not want to get out as much. So I can understand that.
I like getting out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, if I were in Connecticut, I wouldn't like getting out much.
And we talked about it a couple weeks ago, how getting out, especially in the winter season, is good for you because you're not in an enclosed area with viruses and other things that may accumulate after a while. You get out, you get fresh air in, and you tend to stay healthier in the wintertime the more you do get out.
Because there are pollutants in your house.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not.
Exactly. And when you get out walking, you're breathing heavier, you're breathing deeper, you're getting more oxygen in, expelling more carbon dioxide. It just works out better for you. The other thing to be prepared for in the wintertime, if you live in a cold area, is frostbite. Frostbite is a very, very simple thing to avoid unless you get stranded somewhere. Be aware of how your fingers, your toes feel when you're outside. They start hurting, they start tingling, go inside. That's a sign that your blood is not being circulated appropriately. When your hands and your toes get cold, the blood vessels shut down. You're not getting that circulation, the tissue begins to die. That's what frostbite is.
That's why they turn black.
Eventually, but they start out when you get frostbite, and we actually found when my daughter was young, she came in and I saw something funny on her thigh. And when I looked at it more closely, I recognized what it was. It was a patch of frostbite on her thigh.
On her thigh.
On her thigh. It was the weirdest thing. And whenever we sent her out, we actually had to put her out with an extra set of leggings because it happened twice. The area of skin affected, and it could be a finger, a toe, or a patch of skin, it actually almost looks like it's clear or opalescent.
Like it froze.
Like it froze. And when you touch it, it almost has a crispy feeling to it. What you don't want to do, what people used to do right away, get the gloves off and rub. You have potentially damaged tissue here. The last thing you want to do is rub that tissue.
What about putting your hands in hot water?
Do not put your hands in hot water.
When I was in first grade, that's what I walked to school.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And snow was up to my armpits.
Okay, yeah. And what you want to do is take your hands, your feet, whatever, unwrap them, sit them in the warm air inside a home, and then what you might want to do is just take and place them into cool water. The cool water will actually feel warm to that person.
Yeah.
Then as they say, well, the water's getting cool, now you can make it a little bit warmer. But it should never be warm to the touch. It should be cool to you. And that's very important. But do not ever massage a frostbitten area. You will destroy the tissue and you will end up with a huge gaping wound that will not heal after that. You don't want to do that.
Well, the next time I get frostbitten in Columbia, South Carolina, I'll keep that in mind. But we do have mountains and skiing up in the north part of our state.
Yeah, we have a lot of people who enjoy the activities of the cold weather. So they go to North Carolina, they go to the mountains in Virginia and skiing, or they have homes there, or anything like that. So absolutely.
I mean, I don't mind winter sports. I can sit and watch on TV all day long.
And the other thing we brought up a little bit in the last segment was being safe in the vehicle. Always make sure you have a charged cell phone with you. Do not rely on your car battery to charge your cell phone if it's dead, because if your car battery is dead, you can't charge your cell phone. You're stuck. Always have an extra bottle or two of water in the car in case you get stuck for a period of time. Have warm clothing, even if it's 70 degrees out today. If I was going to be out in the car this evening, I know it's going to be dropping down to about 40 or below. I'm going to have an extra warm jacket. In fact, I keep one in the car anyway. A pair of boots to walk in if I need boots. A blanket. Be prepared.
When I was a kid, we had overshoes buckled up,
Yes.
almost to your knee, so you could go through 2 foot of snow without a problem.
Yeah. As soon as the cold weather would hit up north, the cat litter, the extra cardboard to get out of if you're in a stuck area, the small shovel, the extra ice scraper in case the one you had broke, as well as 2 blankets and a snack and some bottles of water. And that's what you went out with. And it wasn't a big deal. It sits in a little box in the trunk and it's just there.
Well,
in
they
case you
sell
need it.
commercial kits like I have.
Yeah.
Cost about $50, $60, and it's about a foot square. And it's got tow ropes and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
No chains, of course.
No. And do not, if you're ever stuck in a snowstorm, of course, do not ever run your car constantly with the snow piling up around it, because
And plug your exhaust.
plug the exhaust up and you can get carbon dioxide. So you have to be very, very careful about doing
Yeah, because your person in the car with you said, "My, you're looking rosy.
that.
My, what a nice glow you have." Carbon monoxide, folks, turns you red.
Yes. Yes, it does.
We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. We'll be back on Friday,
Yes.
but we won't be doing a TV program till after.
After, yes.
We're here on Friday to talk about our shows coming up. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everybody, and Happy Hanukkah. A little past Hanukkah, but it's been a thrill. And we'll do a New Year's show.
Yes. Definitely.
Too bad we're going to be here on the end of the earth on the 21st for the Christmas party.
Yes. Yes.
And if you don't see us next year, it's because everybody's dead. Thank you much. We'll talk to you again.